You've been trying to fix your life, but you've been doing it the wrong way. Most people are scrubbing the screen instead of changing the source. We've been taught to fix our problems in the physical world, but that's like trying to scrub the movie screen instead of changing the film. There's a deeper level that most people never even consider or access. Right now, I'm talking about this quantum field. This is just that subatomic world that's all energy and particles. My name's Mark AKA CreateLifestyle. I help people break out of the matrix so they can experience freedom, abundance, peace of mind, residual income, and leave a powerful legacy. Your reality, it's not the source, it's a projection. Most of us, we've been trying to fix things and fix life by forcing external change. The true transformation happens by changing the internal pattern. So what we have to do is we have to detach from the identity, from our five senses, from time, from prediction, and then we have to align, meaning that we have to have clear thought, which is actually electrical impulses. And then we have to have elevated emotion, which is the magnet that draws everything and manifests things. This combination basically rewrites your life script, and over time your outer world reflects your inner state. So I've heard it explained this way, and I'm going to explain it the same way. They call it the movie screen analogy. So imagine that you're sitting in a movie theater and you see a dark smudge on the screen, and you walk up to the screen and you start scrubbing it. What do you think is going to happen to the smudge? Absolutely nothing, right? That's what most people are doing with their life. They're trying to fix external problems with external effort. The screen is not the source. The source is the projection. Our life, it's a projection. The matrix, it's not just external systems, it's the internal programming. We've been trained to react to the circumstances, fight the problems, push harder. That's what keeps us stuck in a loop. The real shift happens is when we don't fight the screen, we go back to the source. So what is the source? The source, that's your consciousness. That's your thoughts. That's your emotional state. So here we are again. We're back to this whole idea of working with your mind, working with yourself, changing the source or working with the source. So in essence, to make these changes, you have to enter the projector room. Again, imagine you're at the theater and you want to change that smudge. So now instead of going up to the screen, you're going to go up to that projector room. This is where most people fail. We have to detach. So the way that this works is you must temporarily release. You release from your identity, who you think you are. You release from your body. You are not your body. Some people call your body an avatar. You're actually in a suit. I've heard people call it your earth suit. So your spirit is inside of this suit or this avatar. So you have to detach from this. You detach from your senses, the sight, the sound, the touch, the taste, the feel, all those things. We detach from that. So also we have to release time. We can't walk around wondering when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? We detach from that. So we can't control the outcome. This is how you step outside of this matrix internally. So here we go. Your thought is basically electrical signaling. And your clear vision, clear intentions, and clear identity, when it's combined with your emotions are like a magnetic signal. It's your gratitude, it's confidence, it's certainty. And when you put it all together, you're no longer hoping. you're becoming. And then you take action. You can't just dream it all up. You got to take some steps. So you're going to encounter resistance because your old identity, it's fighting for survival, basically. So this is where it all connects. It's easy to feel powerful in theory, but when life pushes back, when you get delays, you get setbacks, doubts, and pressures, this is where your identity is revealed. You're either going to go back to your old version or you're going to step into your newer version. So if I'm making sense, like, subscribe, share, and follow. Understand that this matrix, it keeps you focused on these things: surviving, reacting, external conditions. But breaking out, it requires internal mastery. It requires conscious creation. And yes, it requires leverage. There's a few different matrices, a bunch of different ones, and one of them certainly is the financial one. We want to break out of this financial matrix as well. We need leverage in order to do that. So keep that in mind. But what you should do next, and do this tonight, is before you go to sleep, sit still for about 10 minutes, detach, and let go of all the noise. And then this is where you begin to start creating from the source. In other words, this is where you start changing the projection and not just smudging out the screen. So if you're with me all this time, subscribe, share, follow, and you are on your way. Again, my name's Mark, AKA CreateLifestyle, and I'm helping people break out of this matrix to experience freedom, abundance, peace of mind, residual income, leave a powerful legacy, and as always, peace, one love, and control your destiny.